There was once a captain of a Spartan army that led his men through several victories. His name was Kratos, but his success had to end at some point, and on his last battle, he is defeated by a barbarian king. Kratos, not wanting to die, calls out to Ares, the god of war, and asks him to help him win this battle and kill all the barbarians. In exchange, Kratos would serve him forever. Ares accepts the deal and gives Kratos a blade of chaos and defeats the barbarian army. Since that day, Kratos obeys the god and kills in his name. The Spartan army would be the most feared army of all of Greece, and their massacres would be forever remembered. But one day, Ares tricked Kratos. He was supposed to attack a small village, worshippers of Athena, and in that massacre the Spartan enters a burning temple where Ares had secretly transported his wife and child, and with his blind faith, Kratos kills them. Right after this moment, the oracle of the village cast a curse upon Kratos, bonding the ashes of his dead family to his skin, turning it ash white and earning the nickname, the Ghost of Sparta. After 10 years trying to redeem himself by serving the other gods, Kratos summons Athena and asks the goddess if he could be forgiven after all his years of service. Athena asks him for one last deed, to kill Ares, who was waging war on the city of Athens out of hatred and jealousy of his sister. In exchange, Kratos asked the goddess if all his visions of the massacres and killing of his family could be forgiven. Athena agrees, and Kratos starts his quest of killing the god of war. For a mortal, it is impossible to kill a god, but Kratos learns by Athens' oracle that the only way to kill Ares would be to go in the desert of the lost souls and find Pandora's box, a mythical artifact hidden in a temple chained to the back of the titan Kronos that would give Kratos the power to kill a god. In the desert, the Spartan summons Kronos and climbs for 3 days before reaching the temple's entrance. Eventually, he finds the box, but Ares knew about his former servant's success. The god kills Kratos and sends Harpies to bring him Pandora's box. Kratos falls in the underworld. He battles his way out with the help of a gravedigger who tells him Athena is not the only god watching over him. He finally escapes the fiery realm and returns to Athens. Arriving at the city, Kratos manages to recover Pandora's box from the god of war. He opens it and almost becomes a god himself. Now, with his godlike powers, he finally has the chance to defeat Ares. Knowing Kratos had a good chance to kill him, Ares takes away his blades of chaos and all magic. The battle grew more in Ares' favor, but Kratos wasn't done. He finds behind him a bridge, but it wasn't an ordinary one. It was made with the blade of the gods. Kratos reaches for the blade and kills Ares. Athens was saved, but the city was in ruin. It wouldn't take long for the people to rebuild. Athena appears in front of Kratos, telling him that his sins are forgiven, but the goddess couldn't take away the nightmare and the curse. Forsaken by the gods, Kratos climbed the highest mountain of Greece and jumped to his death in the Aegean Sea. But the goddess intervenes at the last moment and transports him to Mount Olympus, the city of the gods. As a reward for all his services and sacrifices to the gods, Athena gives Kratos a new set of blades and a seat as the new god of war. Kratos, still haunted by his nightmares, becomes as brutal as Ares, destroying cities after cities, ignoring Athena's warning that the other gods are watching and they are not pleased by his destructive ways. Kratos joins the Spartan army in the raid of the city of Rhodes, during which a giant eagle drains him from his godlike powers and animates the Colossus of Rhodes. While battling the giant, Zeus comes down to him and offers him the Blade of Olympus to defeat the Colossus. By the end of the fight, Kratos is mortally wounded, and the eagle reveals itself to be Zeus himself. The king of the gods gave Kratos the opportunity to take back his post as the god of war and stop defying the gods, but the Spartan refuses. Zeus has no choice. He kills him with the Blade of Olympus and destroys the remaining Spartans in the city. Kratos is dragged into the underworld, but is saved by the Titan, Gaia, who tells him that she raised the young Zeus, who eventually betrayed the Titans as revenge for his father, Kronos. Gaia instructs Kratos to find the Sisters of Fate, who controls the timeline to prevent his death, to allow him to take revenge on Zeus. Arriving at the island of creation, the Spartan battles his way to the Sisters, evading traps, defeating more enemies, including the Kraken. In the island, he encounters an unforeseen foe, revealing to be a loyal Spartan soldier, also searching for the Sisters. Before he dies, the soldier tells Kratos that Zeus has destroyed Sparta in his absence. Enraged by Zeus's deception, the motivation of Kratos grows stronger, so he frees a phoenix, riding the creature to the Sisters, where he confronts them, Lachesis, Atropos, and Clotho. After they refuse to change Kratos' history, he confronts the Sisters and kills them. After the successful battle, he acquires the Loom of Faith, making it possible to return to the past where Zeus betrayed him. Kratos then travels back in time, where he surprises Zeus. He sees the Blade of Olympus and finally incapacitates him. Athena comes in between them, trying desperately to put a stop to this. But Kratos won't listen and swear that he will destroy Olympus and all the gods, starting with Zeus. As he tries to kill him, Athena goes in between them and sacrifices herself. Zeus escapes. Before dying, she reveals a dark secret to Kratos. He is the son of Zeus, and Zeus was afraid that Kratos would betray him, like he betrayed his own father. When Athena finally dies, Kratos declared that the rule of the gods is at an end. He uses the power of time to travel back to the Great War and rescues the Titans before their doom. He returns with them to the present, and the gods watch as their former foes climb Mount Olympus. Kratos, on the back of Gaia, declares that he has brought the destruction of Olympus. As the other Titans ascend the mountain to kill the Olympian gods, Kratos and Gaia battle Poseidon. With their combined forces, Poseidon is defeated and forever lost in the sea. His death caused the oceans to rise, engulfing the mortal world. Reaching Olympus, Kratos and Gaia starts battling Zeus, but they are driven back and fall from the mountain. As Gaia tries to save herself, she refuses to help Kratos, saying that he was not worth it, that he was just a pawn. As Kratos falls in the underworld, he loses the Blade of Olympus and lands in the Styx, the river of the souls. As he swims his way out, the lost souls takes away his powers and ruin the blades of Athena. Leaving the river, Kratos is confronted with the spirit of the dead goddess, who gives Kratos his new weapons, the Blades of Exile, and tells him that in order to destroy Zeus, he must find the flame of Olympus. In his voyage through the fiery realm, Kratos finds the three judges of the underworld and the chain of balance that maintains the equilibrium between Olympus and the underworld. There, he meets the spirit of Pandora. She begs him to help her, but Kratos refuses and continues his quest. After encountering Hephaestus, the Spartan recovers the Blade of Olympus and defeats Hades, whose death released all of the souls of the underworld. By doing so, the souls are free to go on the earth, bringing chaos to the mortal realm. During his way to Zeus, Kratos faces a variety of foes, including the Titan Perseus and the god Helios. The death of the god triggers a blackout, causing a worldwide darkness and storm. After defeating more enemies, he encounters Hermes, who mocks Kratos. The Spartan goes chasing after the god, which leads him to the Chamber of the Flame, where he learns that Pandora's box is, again, the key to defeating the gods once and for all. Athena tells Kratos that the flame that surrounds the box is deadly to mortals and gods alike. It can only be put out by its namesake, Pandora. Still chasing Hermes, Kratos finally catches up to him, battles the overconfident god. The death of Hermes released a plague onto the world. Further exploring for his quest, Kratos arrives at the Forum, where he has an audience with the drunken goddess, Hera, who refuses to tell Kratos of Pandora's location. She then calls upon the demigod Hercules, who reveals his jealousy of his half-brother. He feels that Zeus has always preferred Kratos, and that everything that he's done was worthless to his father. Hercules then attacks Kratos, and the two half-brothers battles to the death, but only one gets out. As the goddess Hera sees the death of Hercules, she flees, evading the Spartans' fury. Using the Hyperion Gate in Aphrodite's chamber, Kratos goes back to Hephaestus. The god doesn't want to sacrifice Pandora so that Kratos can have his revenge, and so he tries to defeat Kratos before it's too late, but he fails and dies at the end of the Spartan. The Spartan travels to Hera's garden. He meets again with the drunken goddess, drunk and infuriated. She tells Kratos that he ruined everything. He killed Hercules and destroyed the world of man. Kratos has no time to waste, so he grabs Hera and puts an end to the goddess's torment, ending all plant life. He then returns to the labyrinth to find Pandora. There he solves the puzzle of the labyrinth and saves a little girl who instructs Kratos to break the chains of balance in order to raise the labyrinth to Olympus, where she can put out the flame surrounding the box for him. Pandora is about to put out the flame, but Zeus intervenes and fights with Kratos. Both of them knocked out. Pandora takes the chance and sacrifices herself. Kratos sees the box. He opens it, but once again Zeus tricked him. The box was empty. With his rage, the Spartan battles the god again, but in the middle of the fight, an old foe returns. Kratos thought she was dead, but no. The Titan Gaia survived her fall and came back to exercise her vengeance. Escaping through her neck, father and son continues their battle. Kratos reaches for the blade of Olympus, and in one blow impales Zeus against Gaia's heart, which kills them both. Kratos recovers from the battle. As he was about to leave, he is attacked by Zeus's spirit. Losing consciousness, Kratos started a journey into his own psyche, where he is saved by his own mind. In his journey, he encounters Pandora, and with the help of his wife and child, Kratos forgives himself for his past sins. Regaining consciousness, the Spartan with a newfound strength beats Zeus to death, putting an end to his reign. Athena reappears, congratulating Kratos and demanding that he returns what he apparently took from the box. Kratos assures her that it was empty, which she refuses to believe. The goddess realized that he had the power all along, since he opened the box for the first time. She explained that when Zeus sealed all the evils of the world, greed, fear, and hate, Athena places one of her own, hope. The goddess demands Kratos to return her power, telling him that she knows how to use it to rebuild the world. Not trusting Athena, Kratos refuses, saying that he is avenged and that the reign of the gods is over. Then he takes the blade of Olympus, places it against his chest, and in one strike, impales himself. releasing hope's power for mankind. Athena pulls a sword from Kratos' chest, saying that he has disappointed her. Kratos, near death, collapses as Athena departs. But is it over?